know what it's like to get ready for a major league season. Al?
Okay, Heidi, thank you. Yeah, so a couple things that went through my mind as I drove in to the studio was not only what major league pitchers and eventually minor league pitchers will be doing to get ready for their professional season, but this little bit of a segment here really goes down to what college to show you later. It's all about command. This is about command of what you're trying to do with your craft. Watching, hit the strings, lower part of the strike zone, lower part of the strike zone under the knees, and lower part of the strike zone. All of these things, I think, are part of what major league clubs do, colleges, high schools, and everything else. But to me, these guys are building up for what? There's building blocks of pitch counts that ultimately get ready for opening day. And this happens at every single pitching coach and manager. This is basically how it would work. And I just want to take you through it. And again, it's not only major league pitchers. This goes to high school and college. You build up your pitcher's arm strength. Here, this would be typical. You go back from opening day. This would be something that I experienced through my 19 years in the big leagues. Let's say this Friday, my first outing, I'm going to go 2 innings or 30, 35 pitches, give or take. You don't want to overdo it. I'm going to have less off days other than the 5-day routine. So I get 1, 2, 3 days off. On the 4th day, because I only threw 2 innings, on the 4th day, I will pitch 3 innings or 40 or 45 pitches. This is ideal. Now I'm going to get into my normal 5-day. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to pitch on the 4th. I'm going to get up to what? 50 or 60. You see my building block of eventually adding more pitches and innings. Now I get to my next start. So I have 1, 2, 3. I'm on my 4th start, and I'm up to 60, 65 pitches. Again, building block, 4 or 5 innings. Let's go to the next page. Now we're getting to opening day here on the 29th of March. Can you believe it? 29th of March? Here we go, the 4th, 5th, or 6th, 5 or 6 innings, 75 pitches, 5 days off, 80 or 80, 90. You don't really go much more than 90 pitches depending upon who you are, how old you are, where you are in your career. Are you a young guy? Are you an old guy? Did you have a lot of innings in the minor leagues? Did you pitch in the postseason last season? So this is ideal without having other variables. If in the spring training you get, now here, let me just put this back. You get 6 innings, 7 innings. My last start prior to opening day, I wanted it to be a lighter workload. So I went 3 or 4-ish innings, 50 or 60, had a good feel of what I was doing, I was confident, I was healthy. I'm going into regular opening day. That's kind of what Major League pitching coaches do to get their pitchers ready for opening day. Same thing for you high school coaches and everything else. But here, let me just take a look at this. Preseason workout pitching regimen. Please follow along here. Shoulder and elbow arm care. Hey, there's a lot of variations and a lot of cool programs out there, but you're going to do something to strengthen your shoulder and elbow. Upper and lower body weight workouts. We see it in weight rooms all the time. Tubing exercises. I'm a believer. I am a real big-time believer in long toss. I know there's some question about it. I love it. Whatever you're capable of doing, make sure you throw it properly. Long toss. Cardio and explosive interval training. You see that again in a lot of different places of baseball. Side work, mound work. This is the key. Delivery work. Listen, it's about timing, rhythm, tempo. It's not about velocity. It's not about velocity. If you're worried about throwing the baseball 95 or whatever your max velocity in those first 2 outings, you may have a problem come end of spring training or into the beginning of the season. So let me just come out of this. What is this? I just showed basically what the regimen is. I'm going to take you through real quick, because I know we're in television time, some simple exercises. This is a very simple elbow forearm drill. Again, for all the whole UCL thing, forearm, upper, lower forearm, this is a very typical exercise. Hammer drills, you see them all the time. Outside, front, back. This is one that gets neglected on the inside. All taking care of UCLA and your medial epicondyle. This is a cool exercise. I know Randy Johnson and others in the past would use it. It's a shoulder exercise. You go through your delivery. It's a kind of a kinetic, kind of strenuous thing that goes through your motion. I'm not using all the right terms, but I like it, and it gives you a nice burn through the shoulder. And this is something that you would see typical. I do it like this. Cuff weights. You've seen them everywhere. I'm a big believer in it. I had 2 shoulder surgeries. I was possibly throwing too much as a kid. I pitched in high school. I pitched a 13-inning game, struck out 32 guys, and probably threw 225 pitches. That's abuse. In April of my second full year in the big leagues, I threw 162 pitches. That's abuse. Be careful. Make sure you maintain your shoulders. There's different shoulder exercises. This is something that's very typical in every single training room around America. This is a nice drill. You see guys do it. It's about core. A lot of hitters use it, but this would be something that you would use to allow your arm to come through. Tubing. I mentioned it. Love it. Tubing, you can do quick. You see this on lots of spring training. Guys do it before they throw. It's a good way to get blood in the area. There's a variety of exercises you can do to strengthen the shoulder elbow. You see it all the time. External rotation. A variety of strengths, tenacity, tension. This is another thing. If you need less, it's called the TheraBand. Same idea. Get blood flow to the shoulder and elbow. What do we have here? Hey, I say about this, if you're not running, which I totally disagree with, there's a philosophy of not running long distance. You want to do a little heavy drill of jump rope. I like it. I believe in long toss. I believe in running for cardio. Heavy balls. You see this. There's teams that are worried, they're leery. There's something about this that works. I'm going to tell you right now, there's a program out in Seattle, it's called Driveline, it works. I'm careful, and I'm not 100% smart enough to know whether it's actually, all the exercises are good for you. I had an atrophy of the infraspinatus. There's a variety of exercises that I like to do for the posterior cuff. These are heavy balls, they work from heavy to lighter to underthrown balls. You can throw the baseballs, which I like the idea. Some of these programs tell you to throw it as hard as you can, which I listen to the experts on it. I believe it. I think it works. The idea is for you to show from the heavy ball to the light ball of what the arm is actually feeling. You saw Michael Kopech throw 104, 105 miles an hour. This is a good shoulder drill. Again, all sorts of drills to strengthen your shoulder and elbow. This is what we're doing. You're building up pitch count to get and strengthen your arm to be able to throw. This is a nice little drill here. There's a towel drill. This little device makes you feel like you're throwing out front of your front side. I actually like a stick. It's better than the towel drill. Because you can hear that you're actually throwing it out in front of you. My old friend Gil Patterson uses that. You see guys using softballs. The heavier ball is bigger. They like to play catch with it. Anything for the brain, I'm getting tired, Heidi. Anything for the brain to correlate with something that's heavier. All right, let me get through a couple simple drills here. If you back up a little here. There's a box. They see this everywhere. I got 9 boxes. Instead of me trying to throw 95 miles an hour, I'm going to go through a good rhythm, tempo, cadence of some kind of delivery off the mountain. And I'm going to pick a box, center box. All right, my brain is saying center box. And I'm trying to get there. Okay, that's one exercise, or one drill. Again, you're not thinking about 95. Of course I'd be on a mound. This is another one. Pick a small spot. I'm going to try to hit that ball off of the tee. My brain is saying, okay. Oh, didn't hit the ball, hit the tee. Down here, gets a little easier. I got a big black strike zone. I'm going to try to hit the dot. Again, I'm not trying to throw it as hard as I can. Oh. My mind is like, I'm on tune. Of course, I'd have a normal delivery. I'd be on the mound. You see what I'm talking about. Let's come over here with the ropes. We saw Buddy Black in Colorado, standing next to his guys. For the purpose of us at Studio 42, this actually would be sideways. But Dave, well done with the chairs. So here, what am I doing? Inside, outside, center. I'm just trying to pick a lane. What am I looking for? There would be a catcher behind there. And we would set up the lanes. I'm seeing lanes. You're seeing a lot more pitchers now thinking up and down. Throw inside. I'm thinking inside. Of course, inside to the right. I nailed it, Heidi. Outside. Nailed it again. Dang. I'm 52. Maybe I'll make a comeback. Down the middle. But you see what I'm talking about. This is kind of a build-up to things that pitchers are doing. And if there's one thing that I want to leave here, Heidi, please, 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 coaches around America, build up your pitchers. Don't have them go out in the first outing and throw 5, 6 innings of 80, 90 pitches. Shame on you. Have them build up. These are building blocks. The season is long, whether it's high school to June or pro ball, and you build up. That's how you get a guy to get stronger, to build up his strength, his endurance, to be able to go 100 pitches, hopefully 7, 8 innings. I hope I got something out of this. What I did get out of it.
At the very least, Al's 8-minute workout has burned a lot of calories. But you know what you're talking about. 382 starts, over 400 appearances, over 19 seasons.